All right, so this is Jeremiah chapter 50, the prophecies against Babylon, but I want to give y'all a little history on what Babylon was. Babylon was the capital of southern Mesopotamia, Babylonia, famous city of antiquity, extensive ruins on the Euphrates River about 55 miles south of Baghdad, and it lies near the modern town of Al-Hilal, Iraq. It had wealth and prestige. Their chief god was Marduk. If y'all want me to do a separate video on who Marduk was, I can. Nebuchadnezzar's Babylon was the largest city in the world, covering 45 square miles. That was at that time. Now it's just an extensive field of ruins. Many prophecies of their doom, they chose to ignore them. Because a lot of time during the prophecies and the prophets, Nebuchadnezzar was warned of, that y'all are going to be taken out. But they didn't believe because they were a powerful nation. They believed in their false and fake gods. And that's what happens when you do that. So, prophecies against Babylon. This is the word the Lord spoke about Babylon, the land of the Chaldeans, through the prophet Jeremiah. Announce to the nations, proclaim and raise up a signal flag, proclaim and hide nothing. So, say all of this. Make sure everybody hears this. Say, Babylon is captured. Bel is put to shame. Marduk is terrified. Her idols are put to shame. Her false gods devastated. For a nation from the north will attack her. It will make her land desolate. No one will be living in it. Both people and animals will escape, or they will walk. In those days and at that time, this is the Lord's declaration, the Israelites and Judeans will come together, weeping as they come, and will seek the Lord their God. They will ask about Zion, turning their faces to this road. They will come and join themselves, or come and join yourselves, as a command to them, to the Lord, in a permanent covenant that will never be forgotten. My people were lost sheep. Their shepherds led them astray. Shepherds, anytime it's talking about shepherds, they're leaders, guiding them the wrong way in the mountains. They wandered from the mountain to hill. They forgot their resting place. Whoever found them devoured them. So wherever they ended up, whatever nation they ended up in, they were taken out. Their adversaries said, we're not guilty. Instead, they have sinned against the Lord, their righteous grazing land, the hope of their ancestors, the Lord. Now here's the thing. God used Babylon, King Nebuchadnezzar, to attack these other nations for a purpose, right? To attack his nations for a purpose. And they figured, oh, well, since your God is having us attack y'all, then nothing's going to happen to us. We just attacked y'all because y'all weren't listening to your God. However, prophets have come to Nebuchadnezzar and told him that you're going to be taken out. They didn't listen. It is what it is at this point, right? Escape from Babylon. Depart from the Chaldeans' land. Be like the rams that lead the flock. For I will soon stir up and bring against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. They will line up in battle formation against her. From there she will be captured. Their arrows will be like a skilled or bereaving warrior who does not return empty-handed. They don't miss. The Chaldeans will become plunder. All Babylon's plunderers will be fully satisfied. This is the Lord's declaration. Because you rejoice, because you celebrate, you who plundered my inheritance. So the Chaldeans, the Babylonians, because you frolic like a young cow, treading grain, and neigh like stallions, your mother, or land, will be utterly humiliated. She who bore you will be put to shame. So the whole land of Babylon, look, she will lag behind all the nations, an arid wilderness, a desert. Because of the Lord's wrath, she will not be inhabited, desolate. So again, it's just an extensive field of ruins today. She will become a desolation, every bit of her. Everyone who passes through Babylon will be appalled and scoff because of all her wounds. And the reason being is because Babylon was a very powerful nation that has been settled to nothing. Line up in battle formation around Babylon. all you archers, shoot at her. Do not spare an arrow, for she has sinned against the Lord. Raise a war cry against her on every side. She has thrown up her hands in surrender. Now, the thing is, most people think that modern day Babylon, even though Babylon was an actual place, they think modern day Babylon would be America. But there are other nations that are just like America. So I wouldn't necessarily say America alone. I wouldn't even say a specific country, but there are many powerful nations besides America. So I wouldn't give all the credit to the United States. Her defense towers have fallen, her walls are demolished. Since this is the Lord's vengeance, take your vengeance on her. As she has done, do the same to her. Cut off the sower from Babylon, as well as him who wields the sickle at harvest time. So a sickle is like a thing that kind of looks like a hook that they use to glean the fields. Because of the oppressor's sword, each will turn to his own people, each will flee to his own land. Yes, so Babylon sins, pillaging Israel, scattering and treating Yahweh's people violently, destroying the temple, their arrogance, their false religion, and destroying the earth. And that is what you can get just from that little bit that I've read there and on these other 2 pages. Yeah. So these are all their sins that they're being punished for.